So this is some good carpentry that I'm going to show here. Welcome to part 3 of Building the Rocking Horse series. All of the holes have been carefully laid out. So I got to drill some holes, and I have a special bit here with the countersink bit. So I'm going to drill the hole, but I'm also going to counterbore it. So in the finish, when I screw the screw in, I'm actually going to put a wooden plug, sand it smooth, and then it'll look like a nice finish and you won't see the screws, I hope. Each of the 6 top rocker pieces will have 4 holes. Screw goes in there, it's recessed enough, and then I can put a plug on top of that and you'll never see it. 7 holes in the seat and seat back to hold the miter tight. A total of 8 holes around the body top perimeter. I realize I counterbored 2 too many. For these holes here, they will not be seen because the head will be sitting on top of there, the tail will be sitting on top of there. I'm just going to drill just a standard hole, so when I screw these from the underside, no one's ever going to see the screws. I don't have to put in the extra effort to hide them. I ran it a little too low, and now I'm going to have to sand that out. I also realized after the fact I did not need to counterbore these side holes because they're going to be hidden by the leg assembly. By clamping the first rocker piece to the bench, that assured a flush fit by the rocker top pieces during drilling and screwing. Then after carefully laying out the holes on the bottom rocker piece, the process repeats. When working with a soft wood like pine, it's a good idea to drill a pilot hole before driving screws to prevent cracking. These last 2 platforms will get put on last. I have to lay out and determine where the legs of the horse are going to fall. And then 6 perimeter holes that attach the body top to the body sides. These holes will be plugged because they will be exposed. The hole at top and bottom will not because they will be covered by the head and tail. So in assembling the body sides, the top has a little bit of reveal, so I'm going to take the belt sander and smooth this down, and it'll look like one continuous piece, and then go ahead and smooth some of the front and the back edges too. The belt sander and the orbital sander really contribute to a really fine finished look. Now the assembly continues with the seat and the seat back. The head attaches from below and is always much easier to do before the legs are put on. The tail attaches similar to the head, but a little trickier because it has to angle in with the seat back. The legs are tentatively clamped in, tight enough to hold, but loose enough where I could reposition them easy. I'm going to go ahead and set these 2 rocker tops in place, and then I'm going to make the legs match to where I put these because I got them pretty close and they're symmetric. We want the legs to lie symmetrical and flush to these last 2 pieces. So this is a true dry fit. Nothing is really screwed together. The base is screwed together. The top is screwed together separately, but all the legs are just being held by clamps. The legs are centered. Now I got to make a cut right here so this will sit more flush, and then we'll be able to attach the horse to the rocker. So this is the angle of the cut. It's going to be at a slope one way and a slope this way, and that'll get those feet to sit flush, and then I'll go ahead and screw them together. This is called a compound miter, as there are 2 angles on this cut. So since I marked where the pieces go, I marked which leg is which. We'll see how these miters are. These holes will actually be covered by the leg and will be attached by screws driven from the inside of the body. Nice and tight. Pretty cool device that we can drive screws at a right angle. Last piece to dry fit will be the footrest for our future rider. And after laying out the horse to center on the rocker, pilot holes and screws are driven to attach the horse to the platform. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming up, plugging the holes and routing the edges.